I'm standing at the edge of a doorway I can't walk back through. There's no luggage allowed where I'm going, no trophies, no titles, just me. I'm 87 years old, and for the first time in my life, the noise has finally stopped. The hustle, the to-do lists, the crushing weight of trying to be someone, it's all gone. But as I look back at you, sitting there with your phone in your hand and 1,000 tomorrows tucked in your pocket, I don't feel peace. I feel an urgent, burning need to grab you by the shoulders because you're living like you're immortal. You're treating your time like a renewable resource. But I can see the bottom of your hourglass from here, and it's running faster than you think. I want to tell you about a woman I knew named Elena. Elena was the most prepared person I ever met. She had a dream folder. It was thick, filled with sketches of a small art studio she wanted to open by the coast. She'd spent 30 years researching the right light, the right town, the right kiln. Every time we had coffee, I'd ask, Elena, when do we pack the car? And she'd smile, that not yet smile. When the mortgage is at zero, she'd say, when my daughter finishes law school, when the market stabilizes, then I'll start my life. Elena treated the present like a waiting room. She spent 3 decades sitting on those uncomfortable plastic chairs of the middle years, just waiting for her name to be called. Last autumn, Elena's name was called, but it wasn't for the studio. It was a diagnosis, 6 months. That dream folder, I found it in a cardboard box at a garage sale. 3 weeks after her funeral, a stranger bought it for $2 because they liked the binder. Elena didn't lose her dream to bad luck. She lost it to preparation. She spent her whole life rehearsing for a play that never had an opening night. We are obsessed with more. I see you. I see the way you look at the new car in the driveway, or the way you feel a hit of dopamine when you buy that bigger house. You think you're building a kingdom. But let me tell you something. From the finish line, you aren't owning those things. You're just guarding them for the landfill. I'm currently sitting in a room with a bed, a window, and a single photograph of my mother. And I've never felt more powerful. The stuff you're killing yourself for, the 60-hour work weeks, to pay for a kitchen island you're too tired to cook on, it's a trick. Your possessions are just anchors. When you're where I am, you realize you spent your life force trading gold for spray-painted lead. When the lights go down, no one remembers the square footage. They remember the warmth of the room. And then there's your legacy at the office. I was essential. That's what they called me. I had the keys, the authority, the urgent phone calls. At 11 p.m., I missed my best friend's wedding because of a system failure. I missed my daughter's first solo in the choir because of a merger. I thought I was the sun, and the company revolved around me. Listen to me. If you dropped dead today, your job posting would be online before your obituary. Your urgent emails would be reassigned to a 24-year-old who doesn't know your last name. The world doesn't stop for essential people. It just moves around the gap you left. The only people who will actually remember that you stayed late at the office are the children who waited for you at the dinner table. So, if the career is a ghost and the money is paper, what stays? In the quiet of this room, my brain doesn't play the greatest hits. It plays the B-roll. I don't think about the promotion. I think about the way the light hit the kitchen floor on a random Tuesday in 1994. I think about the smell of rain on hot pavement. I think about the feeling of a hand holding mine under the table when I was scared. The currency of a life well lived isn't success, it's presence. It's the ability to look at a sunset and not check your watch. It's the courage to be unproductive with someone you love. I don't want you to leave this video feeling heavy. I want you to leave feeling dangerous to the habits that are stealing your life. Here is your strategy. First, the 1,000 Saturdays rule. If you're 30 years old, you have about 2,000 Saturdays left. If you're 50, You have 1,000. That sounds like a lot until you realize how many you've already wasted on chores you hate or people you don't like. Start counting them. When you realize the supply is finite, you stop spending them. You start investing them. Second, kill the imaginary audience. You're terrified of looking stupid. You don't start the project. You don't ask for the date. You don't wear the bright dress because you're worried about what they think. Honey, they aren't looking at you. They're too busy worrying about what you think of them. You are the main character in your story, but you're just a background extra in theirs. Be free. Be foolish. The audience isn't real. Third, the unsent letter. There is someone in your life you haven't forgiven or someone you haven't thanked. You think you have time to settle the score. You don't. Send the text. Make the call. Do it before the gate closes. The clock in this lounge is ticking. My name is being called over the intercom. Don't be like Elena. Don't leave your dream folder for a stranger to buy at a yard sale. The perfect time is a myth designed to keep you safe and small. The only time that has ever existed is right now. Go. Walk out the door. Start the thing. Hug the person. Stop waiting. I did, and I'm out of time. But you're still here. If this spoke to you, leave a comment with one thing you're going to stop waiting for today, and subscribe, because we're going to spend our remaining Saturdays together, making them count.